Guys, what's going on? It's Brando Linick here, and in this quick little video I want to share with you something that when it clicked for me, I went from chasing grandmas and friends to try and build a business and an income to being able to get people coming to me, and this has resulted in me being able to generate for free every day like 30 leads a day, which if you're not too sure what leads are, it's prospects, alright? Prospects, people who are inquiring about your business without me going and chasing these people down. So I just want to let you know, pay attention, what I'm going to map out for you and kind of outline for you. Hopefully you'll be able to see it on a pad and paper. I know I don't have a whiteboard with me, but I love just drawing things out, so hopefully you can bear with me in this drawing, an example, an explanation. But I want to share with you the principle of attraction marketing and how you can build your business on the internet. And if you don't have a business, alright, how to actually get one going to build yourself an income where you can quit that stinking job. Because don't we all just hate working for another person? I mean, I used to hate going and commuting to work when I was working in a restaurant. It was sweaty, it was gross. I went from dishwashing to baking, and man, it was no fun. But with this, when I learned this, I was able to quit that and really start making some income online. So when it comes to the internet, okay, hopefully you guys can see this. I'll have to draw it out and then share with you what I'm drawing and put it up here. So just bear with me, I'll be able to see this. So when it comes to the internet, how do you make money without, hold on a sec, bugging grandma. Alright, so how do you make money without bugging grandma? How do you do it, right? It's a good question. Well, simply put, you guys need to understand on the internet, it's the exact same process as off the internet in traditional business. If you think of a person in traditional business, so alright, here we're going to have the traditional business model here. So, traditional, hopefully you guys can see that. So we have the traditional business model here. What do people usually do over here? Well, they have a storefront, so I'll draw a little house here. Alright, this is their store, right? And this is their store. And they have visitors who come and check out their store. Depending on where they're located, they'll get lots of people or not that many people, right? But that's how traditional businesses are really run, okay? And sometimes they'll have to go out and do meetings with people, they'll go out and prospect people, but they have a storefront. On the internet, it's the exact same process, okay? On the internet, you have not a storefront. Hold on a sec, this pen's ink is dying here. Okay, there we go. Alright, you have not a storefront, but you have, alright, you have a blog, alright, you have your own website, you have something that brands yourself as a leader, that, where people can go and get to know you more. And I've said this before in other videos, but I figure it's worth reiterating so I can break this down in like a step-by-step simple form. So you have a website, you have a blog, this is like your own piece of real estate. So instead of having a storefront, alright, instead of having that overhead, you have a website, you have a blog where you can communicate and update, kind of like this site you're on right now. This is my blog, alright? You see banner ads, you see information, you see posts that I've made, alright? This is where people can, get to know me, and I can build relationships with people, alright? You need to have that where you can share your services with people. That is your hub of building relationships and, just connecting with your audience. Now, when it comes to this is where it gets a little tricky, alright? Because a lot of people, they have storefronts, they have traditional businesses. A lot of people, they have, websites, except they don't know how to really go out there and position themselves properly in the marketplace. And this, you can do a bunch of different things. You can do, just blogging in general. So you can just blog in general. Blogging, alright? You can do guest posting, so this is blogging on other people's blogs, guest posting. Other people's blogs that have lots of traffic, you can blog on their blog, and then you can get that traffic and redirect it to your blog to make money. You can do YouTube videos, alright? You can do, what else is there? You can do things on Snapchat, alright, which is popular, Instagram. I'll show you guys this in a second, I'm just writing it down. Instagram, you have Twitter, you have Facebook, you have Pinterest, which I don't really use, but it's still fairly popular. Alright, you have all these sites, alright, and all these places, alright, all these places, they have lots of visitors, they have lots of people going to their site already. So a lot of people are like, well, Brando, I've got a blog, I've got a website, how do I get people to it? You utilize these platforms, and it doesn't matter which form or fashion you utilize. I would recommend sticking with one, alright, first and foremost, master one strategy, one technique, and then, you know, be consistent with it and you'll produce results. I like to think of it like the compounding effect. And this is what's going to take you from, you know, down here getting no results to being able to create a nice linear, alright, result and growth pattern. Because you're going to be able to compound your stuff. So when it comes to blogging, why is it so effective? And why is it so effective when it comes to, you know, making money without bugging your friends, without making, you know, your friends mad at you, without, you know, having to bug your grandma, okay? Simply put, it takes out the sales skills of pitching people. It takes out the equation of going and commuting to places. It takes out the equation of having to operate your own storefront with employees, which there's anything wrong with it. I don't have anything wrong with people who have employees. I mean, I have parents and they run and operate a traditional business. They've been doing that for the last like 12 years. I have nothing against it. However, they do work really, really hard. Business owners, a lot of them traditionally, they're married to their business and they're not really married to their family. They're always talking about their business. They're always working at their business, and they're always having to manage and maintain things. And if you want a life at the same time, you know, on the internet at least, and if you don't have a business, you need to have this, all right? You need to have a site, but you need to learn to market yourself. You need to learn to drive traffic, all right? So this is the next phase. So traffic. What is traffic? Those are people who are on these platforms like, you know, YouTube, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, Snapchat. And when you put your content on those sites and you redirect them to your blog, all right, your website, you can get traffic, all right? That is your traffic. And when you get that traffic, here's how you can make money. This is pretty cool. Hopefully this is a breakthrough for you guys. Got to flip the page here because we're taking up too much room, but hopefully you guys can see that. I'm actually going to go back here for a second. Hold on. I'm going to kind of pan over it a little bit slower so you guys can see it. You know, maybe it came out blurry or not, I can't tell, but there's your blog. These are all the social media platforms that you can use to drive traffic to your blog, your website. So it's so essential you have a blog and website that brands yourself, that's actually designed and created to market yourself to make sales, all right? And all these sites are what's going to drive you traffic, okay? That's what's going to get you traffic, where you go from here, dead in the water, to being able to go up here. But here's the flow of getting traffic, all right? Because once you start getting traffic, what do you do with people who come to your site? What you want to do, all right, what you want to do is get that traffic. Oh, my pen's dying out again. Oh, this thing, I swear. Got to get a new pen here. Maybe it's out of ink. Nope, it's good to go. All right, so you're going to get traffic, and you're going to get that traffic to your blog, and then you're going to get that traffic, you're going to capture it. Alright, so here's the flow of how you're making money on the internet without bugging your friends and family, without bugging your grandma. Alright, so you get traffic from all those different mediums, okay, and you can do free methods, you can do paid methods. We do teach this stuff with our system and our platform, okay, our training. We do cover how to do all that, and how to blog effectively so people actually find your blog posts, okay, so you're not just blogging and creating lots of content but nobody's coming to it. We share with you how to do that properly. But that said, you get traffic, okay, that traffic is going straight to your site, your blog, alright. It's going straight to your blog. You want to capture that traffic, okay? You want to capture that traffic. And what you'll see, I would show you guys in this video, but what you'll see if you go to like Huffington Post or Yahoo.com, or not Google, but if you go to all these fairly popular news websites, if you go to like media websites and outlets, you'll see something very in common, a theme that plays along with it. And what you'll see is on the site, they actually capture their traffic. They get people to subscribe to their newsletters. They get people to subscribe to an email list. So when you're capturing traffic, really what you're doing is you're getting leads. Those are your potential prospects, all right? You're not going out and chasing them down. You're putting out content. They're coming to you. So hopefully that makes sense. You're putting out content through your blog. They are coming to you, and you're capturing that, and you're building up an email list, all right? So that's a list of people's emails, okay? And the reason why you want to do that is, guys, if you think of it, if you start getting lots of traffic to your website, it's just like visitors coming in traditional business, all right? If someone's coming into your storefront in the real world, we're going to use the physical world as the example, all right? The real world, physical world. Funny. The real world as an example in this video. If someone comes into your store, let's say you have a clothing store. If someone comes into your store and they're window shopping, there's a reason why they're window shopping. They're wanting to buy something, all right? They may not have the money right then and there, but they're wanting to buy something, all right? And if that person just comes in and they leave, you may never see that person ever again. What do? All right? You lost a potential customer. They're not a customer right then and there, and you don't need to be fixating on, oh, I need a customer right then and there. You need to fixate on, sales that you can make through the long term, relationship building. So what you need to do, all right, is be able to build a relationship with them. And on the internet, what you do is when someone comes to your piece of real estate, your blog, your site, all right, that's branding yourself and the content you're creating, and you're sharing it through social media, you're syndicating it, all right, what you can do, you're not bugging anyone, you're not, pestering your friends and family, you're not chasing grandma around with this stick, all right, what you can do is you can get people who are interested. Only people who are interested will do this. It's not like you're forcing them. If they're interested, you can give them an option to opt in to find out more information about what you're doing and your products and services that you're trying to sell, or whatever you're trying to promote, okay, whatever you're trying to do to make money. And then when they subscribe to your newsletter, you can follow up with them. You can give them more value. You can re-share your value with them. You can give them tips and tricks on, how to build a business on the internet, how to make an income online. All right, whatever it is that person was really looking for, you can help them out. So it's not like you lose connection with them forever. You can follow up with them and you can build that rapport. And it usually takes about 7 times to build, rapport with someone. 7 times to share a similar circumstance or similar process or product with someone until they become a customer. So you need to be able to have a follow-up sequence. And the cool part is you can automate this whole process. You can automate email so you have sequences that are being sent out and you don't have to be on your computer all the time. Some people like, gosh, Brando, I'm going to be on my computer emailing out individuals all day long. And the fact of the matter is, no, you don't. There's sites out there. And there's Aweber, there's GetResponse, there's a lot of sites out there that you can utilize that send messages on your behalf. You set them up, you type them out, and they can send messages when someone opts into your email list. And you can build relationships with people while you have a life at the same time. How cool is that? Instead of going out there and doing meetings with people, instead of going out there and always beating the phones all the time, which there's nothing wrong with that when you're starting out, okay? And if you enjoy being on the phone all day long, there's still nothing wrong with that, but still, building a business and having a life at the same time, making an income, having a life at the same time. I hope this makes sense to you guys. All right. So what do? All right. Well, what you need to do, all right, is you need to make sure, first and foremost, you've got a site. You need to have a site that brands yourself as a leader, where you're creating content on there. And if you go back to the other page that we're on, which I might go back right now, okay, you need to, all right, you need to, market yourself. You need to get traffic to your blog. And like I said, we do teach this, with our system, we teach you how to do this through attraction marketing, all right? But once you have that, you need to learn how to capture your visitors that come to your site, all right? You need to learn how to capture them and follow up with them. And this is a skill set that does take time to learn how to do. A lot of people, they think they're just experts when they dive in. It does take some time, I'm going to be honest with you, but would you rather learn how to do this, all right, and then automate this process so you can have income coming in consistently, and you can consistently build, relationships with thousands of people all at once instead of going individual in person, all right? Or would you rather go out there and, you know, do individual meetings with people in person, all right? It's all up to you, but I just wanted to share this value information with you. I hope you did find value out of it, and I hope this kind of clears up, you know, how the internet works for you. This can be applied to any business model. I mean, if you're currently in a business or you're not in a business, this can work for you, this process and flow of things. Hopefully I did illustrate it properly for you. And if you have questions, definitely comment below. I love hearing you guys' questions and insights. But that said, if you guys haven't yet gotten started and you haven't yet set up a site and you haven't yet learned how to market properly and effectively to create posts and content that attract people to you, all right, then set up your system. You guys can set it up. I'll put a link down below to the same system that I'm using currently that's creating, you know, $400 to $800 paydays for me. I think the most money I've made in one day doing it is like $1,500. I mean, it's not average, not typical, but it can work for you, all right? It can work for you. It's what allowed me, going back to 2014, to quit my full-time job where I was working as a dishwasher in a restaurant, and I went from dishwashing to baking, and I didn't like it, didn't enjoy it, and I made a decision that, you know, enough was enough, and I drew a fine line in the sand, and I decided to cross over that. So hope you guys see the bigger picture here, regardless of if you decide to, you know, work with me or not one-on-one. If you decide to click the button down below, watch the video all the way through, and find out how you can use this system to get the results that you want. And, you know, whether you decide to do that or not, I wish you the best success, and I will see you guys on the beaches of the world in 2016 with or without you, but hopefully with you. I'd love to see you on the beaches of the world. I'd love to see your success story and see you guys prosper. So that's it for today. I'll be putting up another blog post. If you guys have any questions that, you know, you'd like me to cover, I can definitely do that and create another blog post soon, somewhere later on in the week. But appreciate you, and take care.